of the Wall co-founder, Anat Hoffman, was arrested October 16th and held overnight by Israeli police for disturbing public order at the Western Wall. Hoffman was leading a group of 250 American Jewish women in prayer when she placed a talit, or prayer shawl, over her shoulder, violating ultra-Orthodox regulations. The Western Wall is considered one of Judaism's holiest sites, where Israeli regulations forbid women from reading aloud from the Torah or praying while wearing a talit if standing on that particular spot. Hoffman violated such delicate rules as conducting a religious ceremony contrary to accepted practice and wearing unfit attire. For these crimes, she was quickly whisked away by Israeli police. The 58-year-old woman says she was strip-searched, hand and leg cuffed, and forced to spend the night on the cell floor. "My wrists were bruised from being dragged on the floor," she said after being released. Israeli police spokesman Mickey Rosenfeld said that Hoffman was initially going to be released as soon after her arrest, but was held overnight for refusing to sign the order restricting her access to the wall for 30 days. He stated that she refused to agree to conditions that the Israeli police handed to her. Hoffman finally signed after being put under intense pressure and according to the advice of her attorney, Han Hollander. He said that his client is considering an appeal of the 30-day restraining order. He added that the police's decision to arrest our client shows that the freedom of religion and conscience in Israel is unfortunately a limited right. Russian President Vladimir Putin has made it clear that he is against the wearing of hijabs, or Muslim-style headscarves, in Russian schools. The issue became news when the principal of school number 12 in the Stavropol region ruled that the religious attire should be barred. Local Muslims protested the decision, and some even threatened the principal. The father of one Muslim student says that the rules banning the hijab violate her integrity, and that she would be torn in a conflict between her soul and the others around her. Putin made it clear that Russia is a secular state and we must proceed from that. He went on to imply that wearing a hijab in public schools may overstep the principle of separation of church and state. Speaking with civic leaders in the region, Putin expressed the opinion that we should respect people's religious feelings, but we should always proceed from the fact that we live in a secular state. The school's principal remained firm, saying that here everything should be very simple. It is an institution, so it is a secular dress code, business dress style. That is all. End of discussion. Last November, Brock University women's study professor Anna Isla led a committee which recommended that the school abandon its Solidarity Experiences Abroad, or SEA program. Lead opponent of the SEA program, Anna Isla, described the Catholic groups connected to the program as far-right and cult-like. A recent ruling by the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal has concluded that these comments, while they may be considered offensive and hurtful, do not amount to discrimination. Isla's committee has come forward in opposition to the program due to documented cases of physical and psychological abuse, classism, sexism, racism, and homophobia. The SEA program places students from St. Catherine's School into volunteer jobs in Latin America. Isla's committee reasoned that the program should not be administered through a Catholic chaplain since it is a publicly funded university. But the institution rejected the committee's recommendation. At this point, Assistant Chaplain Jermaine McKenzie filed a human rights complaint against Mrs. Isla. McKenzie was seeking $14,000 in compensation for being treated differently due to his religion. It seems that Ms. Isla sent letters accusing the SEA program of having connections to the Christian Life organization, which is known for opposing abortion and gay rights. Mr. McKenzie defended his position and said that he was offended that people would think that his pro-life beliefs were associated with sexism. Ms. Isla has withheld comment until the investigation involving Mr. McKenzie's complaints have been fully reviewed by the university's Human Rights and Inquiry Services Department.